What's up, guys? This is Titan Lifestyle. I'm Big Dru. It's Friday, 2 p.m. every week, so you know what time it is. Got great topics, events, and always my favorite Q&A for you guys. So John's not with me today. Want to give him a shout out. He's handling his business, so I'm going to hold it down like I always do. But yeah, we're going to have the lines open for a while, guys. Q&A is the best thing I like about doing this live show. So if you guys got questions, all your questions are going to come up on the screen in front of me, so now's the time to ask me any questions you like, obviously within reason. This is a family show, but yeah, you guys can shoot me some questions. But yeah, but first off, we're going to start out with the, not so much the therapy of the week, but the specials that we have. Normally every week we have like, a therapy of the week. We talk about one specific thing that we have a discount on and we let you guys know about it. This week we have three things. We have the summer package specials coming up. These are great summer packages. If you guys are looking to get in shape for the summer, to feel good, it's never too. It can be too late, but I mean it's May now, so you can jump on this stuff and you'll look great and feel great for the summer. What these packages are: package number one, it includes ECA Stack capsules, fat burning cream, and Tighten Up. Now, ECA Stack, what that is ephedra, caffeine, aspirin, B12, and choline, What that does is it's going to give you, speed up your metabolism. The caffeine is going to give you a little bit of energy. The ephedrine HCl, which is pharmacy ephedrine HCl, not just the regular, over-the-counter or infomercial ephedra. Ours is ephedrine HCl, which is quality ephedrine. That's going to give it's going to increase thermogenesis. It works as a fat burner. It's going to make you feel just a little bit warmer during your workouts, but it's going to get everything moving and get your body basically in fat burning mode. That combined with the caffeine gives you energy. The aspirin, a lot of times people are asking, what does ECA stand for? The A stands for aspirin. Now, why would we put aspirin in a fat burning product if it's typically used for, a headache or some type of muscle or any type of body ache? The reason why I put aspirin in there is because aspirin is a blood thinner. What I mean by a blood thinner, if your blood is thick and you take an aspirin, it's going to thin out your blood. Baby aspirin, if you see in the stores, you'll see baby aspirin. That's usually 81 milligrams. That's enough to thin out your blood. So what happens is when your blood's thinner, it's moving through your veins a lot easier. So it's going to lower your blood pressure if you have thinner blood that's moving around. Also, what's going to happen if your blood's thinner, you're going to have enough. It's going to be able to travel or get to the muscle better so you can fill it up and get a better pump. So you're going to have better circulation. You're going to have better blood pressure. You're going to have a better pump in the gym. And you get more out of your workouts. So the ephedrine is going to give you the fat burning. The caffeine is going to give you the energy. The aspirin is going to get your blood moving around freely. B12, as you guys, I'm sure you guys know, B12 has plenty of benefits than the chromium. So that's the first thing in our first number one package that we have. We have three different packages. So that's the first ingredient in our first package. Second one is the fat burning cream. Yes, it's a topical cream that will actually burn fat and tighten your skin in the troubled areas. So there's a lot of these creams that are out there right now. There's a lot of, generic or knockoff creams, and they always preach on fat burning. It burns. What those places are doing, they're putting a lot of niacin and other stuff, and that's pretty much all they're putting in it to give it a burning feeling. Now, you don't want to have a feeling of burning. You want the fat to actually be burning off you. So don't think that if you buy a cheap cream or something from the store-bought, it's going to do the same thing just because it burns. I mean, if you rub cayenne pepper on your stomach, it's going to burn. It doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be burning fat. Now, what is in this fat burning cream as opposed to other creams or other ones that you guys have used? So if you guys got a pen and paper, take these ingredients down. You can Google them. All this stuff is quality stuff. The first ingredient is aminophylline, or aminophylline, or I'm not sure how you guys pronounce it. There's a lot of different ways, but aminophylline, caffeine, retinol, yohimbe. Yohimbe also is a natural herb. It's found in bark. Works similar to ephedrine HCl in a more natural form. So it's going to give you energy. It's going to burn, all that stuff. And then the last one is phosphatidylcholine, which is, excuse my French on that one. That's a long word. But yeah, all those ingredients, those 4 combined or 5 combined ingredients, we have in our fat burning cream. It's going to work. One thing about our creams that I'll say is a lot better than other people's creams, and I'm not here to talk bad about anybody, but I'm just, from what I've seen, from what I've heard, from what I've used, other creams, you can only put those on certain areas because of how, strong they are to your skin. So, for instance, if you were to go order online or an infomercial, yeah, we have this tummy cream, you rub it on, and yeah, it may burn, but you can't put that underneath your eyes. You can't put that in your neck if you have wrinkles or you have tight skin, because it's too strong for those sensitive areas. Our fat burning cream here at Titan, you could put anywhere. If you have bags underneath your eyes because you had a rough night, you could put it there. It'll tighten the skin. If you're getting older and getting skin folds or loose skin on your neck, you could put it there. It's going to tighten up your skin there. It's not going to cause any irritation. Even in men, if you shave down here, you have a lot of hair and you're shaving, you can still put the fat burning cream. I've tried it. You can still put the fat burning cream on your neck, and it's not going to burn or irritate it. It's still going to work. So if you guys are using it on your face, you could use it on your back, your stomach. A lot of ladies have trouble areas in their triceps, arms, and you tone that up. You could basically put it wherever you want to put it, and it's going to tighten that area, and it's sensitive enough to basically put anywhere. So that's the second ingredient, the fat burning cream. The last thing on that first stack that we have would be Tighten Up. Now, Tighten Up is similar to Titan Complete. It's one of our basically, multivitamin, if you kind of want to put it that way. It's got B-complex vitamins, amino acids, essential ingredients. It's got thiamine, it's got niacinamide, it's got choline, it's got, a lot, B12, B6, leucine, carnitine. Carnitine's great for fat loss. Also gives you energy. A lot of people getting ready for bodybuilding competitions or just getting ready for the summer, they incorporate carnitine itself, just by itself, and notice the difference. So you get a lot of stuff with this package. Those are the three things that you get with the first package. The first package is like $400, but if you guys were to put all those ingredients one by one, you're getting a lot of ingredients, a lot of different things. It's definitely a bang for your buck. And this comes in injectable, which I'll go over shortly, the difference between injectables and orals. So that's the first package, $400, well worth it. Second one is Fat Burner Cream and Tighten Up. So the second one, all we did was just take out the ECA. So if you're just looking for the Fat Burner Cream and the Tighten Up, that's the second package. It's the same as the first, just doesn't include the ECA, and that one's only $300. So it's going to last a while for $300, and you're getting two great products. And again, if you put individual ingredients down on a piece of paper and tally it up that way, you'll see how much of a bang for your buck you're getting. Option 1 on the second package, or the third package, there's two different options. First option is ECA Stack Plus and Tighten Up, which I just mentioned, is that $220. And then this option 2 on package 3 is ECA Stack Plus and also Tighten Up by itself. So there's different ways you could do it. If you guys are interested in any of those packages, now's the time to call. Now's the time to save. Even if you don't use them right away. If for some reason you're like, oh, the summer's already here, I don't want to jump on it now. None of this stuff is good for a while. It's not going to, expire. ECA capsules last a pretty long time. Fat Burner Cream can last. Tighten Up cream can last too. So even if you don't want to use it right away, I would definitely jump on it right now so you save. Everything's going up, like everywhere. Whether it's food, gas, everywhere. So here at Titan, all of our stuff is pretty much the same. So if it's cheap now, jump on it now. If you guys have any questions about these three different packages that we have, call 727-389-3220, or you guys can chime in now and ask me questions about which ones I've used. I've used ECA Stack, I've used Fat Burner, I've used Tighten Up. So yeah, looking down this list, I've used all these things. Last time I used the Fat Burner Cream was when I was getting ready for a show, I believe North America. Was it North America? No, it was Nationals, I believe. I took some Fat Burner Cream because I had some skin folds in my back. When I was leaning out, my lower back had it wasn't fat, it was just loose skin. So I put that on there for a few weeks, hit the sauna. It tightened it up real quick. And then as soon as the show was over and I stopped using it, it kind of stayed for a while. It wasn't like it went away, even when I started eating it again. So that's where I've used it. And once again, I've also used it underneath my eyes. If me and John are working an event, we're at the booth all day, we're not really sleeping, we're moving. I got bags in my eyes. I put it underneath my eyes and tighten it up the same way, old school cucumbers and all that stuff too. So, guys, have any questions? Hit me up. I'll be here for a while. But let's jump into these topics. Got some not as crazy as my normal topics. I try to tone it down a little bit for you guys. past couple of weeks have been, a lot of crazy topics. This one, not so much. But again, with all this technology and stuff going on, you got to be careful about, when you're scanning your phone, when you're using your phone, pictures, audio, all that stuff. I mean, everybody is being watched. Everybody is being listened to. And then now the new scam, fake parking tickets. You guys know how you get parking tickets now if you're not aware. Basically, I'm not sure what area you're at in the country or how they do it, but for the most part in cities or more congested areas, they'll give you a parking. If you park, they'll leave a receipt, like actual receipt on your car, and it has basically what your violation is, and then it'll have a QR code on that receipt. Now that's the way the actual real parking tickets are issued. But what's happening is now people are looking at that and saying, wait a minute, I can make this receipt myself at home on my printer, and I can make this QR code come to me, and now these people can pay me. So there was a kid in it's happened, they busted a lot of people doing it, but there was one kid in San Francisco that was making a lot of money doing it. He was 19 years old. He basically would make a fake ticket with a QR code on it, and this is how he did it. If you guys have ever traveled and you go to another city or state or even country and you have a car and you park, if you get a ticket, naturally you're just going to be like, oh, I'm not familiar with this area. I'll pay the ticket so I don't have to come back and deal with any type of issues. So what happens if someone's from out of state, they look at the ticket, oh wow, I got a ticket, okay, I'm spending all this money on my vacation anyways, what's, $50, $60, $100, whatever. So they scan the QR code and send it off to this guy, and they think it's going to solve their ticket. Now what happens with this is now this kid's making a ton of money because he's literally money's just coming into him all day from these tickets. And now when these people go back home to their city or state or wherever they're going back to, now they don't even realize that they had a violation. So now they could be driving their car, they could get pulled over, the lights could be suspended. Why not? The ticket, oh, I paid that ticket, here's the receipt. No, you never did. And now it's a problem. So these people are not only giving this guy or who all these scammers are their money, now they have to deal with other legal issues. So it's getting pretty bad. I had a conversation before I came in today with someone, and she was saying basically the same thing can happen at restaurants. At these restaurants, everyone's asking for QR codes. So now, you could go into a restaurant, take a picture of the menu that they put on your table home. Excuse me. Sorry guys, got a little mic drop, little Jay-Z mic drop right there. That's the first time that happened, but that's probably loud for you guys. This is a good microphone, but yeah. The mic just dropped. But yeah, so when you go into a restaurant, the QR code, someone could take a picture of that menu and then go home, put that picture on their laptop, print it up, and then go back to that restaurant, slide that little piece of paper behind the little glass thing on the table, and now when people go in, so I feel like this is going to happen a lot. The QR code thing is getting big where they can take your information. A few weeks back, I did a show and I was talking about how the portable, the public charging stations can take your info. Now the QR codes can take your info. Just be mindful, guys. Just be mindful of how you're scanning, what you're doing with if it doesn't feel right. All these restaurants that have QR codes should have a website with a menu. So if you go into the restaurant, you don't feel like you don't know if it's real or not, just say, I don't need the QR code. I'll just pull it up on my phone. You just go to the restaurant, whatever it is, type the restaurant, type menu, and you can look at it. You don't have to give that information. So be careful with that too. And also be careful with banks, because I know a lot now, you don't even need your ATM. You don't even need your actual card to deposit money or do anything at the ATM anymore. Once your card's in your Apple Wallet, now you can just go to your ATM and literally just tap your phone against it and do whatever. So be mindful. Be mindful of all this stuff. If you guys have been scammed or heard of somebody or know any ways to avoid being scammed, let me know. I'll talk about it. But just with this technology nowadays, you got to be careful. Everything you do, like everything. They can make emails look like real emails. They can make tickets look like real tickets. And now everything's available. You can pay through PayPal and Cash App and all that stuff. Just be mindful. So, luckily they got this guy. And the thing that sucks for all the people that got scammed is now they have to go back to that state or city if they're not, California's big, but Now they have to go back there to deal with more legal issues, and how are they going to fight that? I mean, what are they going to say? Oh, I paid it? No, you didn't. Okay, well, then now they might have other stuff going on. So it sucks. Guys, for the convenience of actually calling, now I'm not sure how we could actually fix this. Like if there's a number on there, could you call the number? Is there a national database, or is there like a other way you could find out if the ticket's real other than just a physical ticket? I mean, there should be a number on there. There should be a website or whatever.
Yeah, you can go online and look up the ticket number, I'm sure.
Yeah, so if you guys are skeptical about before you scan that QR code, look up the ticket number, just like what Art said or whatever. But there's got to be ways around. Don't just scan your QR code and pay. If it doesn't sit right, I mean, it could take months or a while to get yourself back financially, a while to get yourself back if it's identity theft. So be really, really mindful of what you're doing.
We got
questions on here.
Yeah, we got to get one. Strength Vision, there he is.
Strength Visions. Hey, I'm 26. I'm beginning bodybuilding with Test C, which means I'm assuming Test Cypionate. What can I expect in 8 weeks? 26, starting with Test Cypionate. Depends how much you're doing. Again, at that age, I would recommend just an HRT dosage if you need it. So, again, I mean, everyone's different. Everybody responds different. Starting your bodybuilding at 26, I can't remember how old I was. Starting at 26, that's a good age to start. Whatever you're doing, I would recommend trying it the natural way first. Eat, pound the food, pound the water, pound the weights, make sure you get rest, all that. If you're doing that for a while, now you're starting with Test Cypionate. Do it through a doctor, like we have here at Titan. Get your blood work done first. Something I didn't do when I first started out. I just kind of just did whatever and, just Google searched and, trial and error, which isn't a good thing to do. So if I could go back now, I would definitely get my blood work done before I even started bodybuilding. So get your blood work done, figure out where you're at. It says he's doing 200 milligrams, it says he's doing 200 milligrams per week, which is basically like an HRT dosage. That's the same dose as I'm prescribed here at Titan. So that's a good dose. If you need it, again, if you don't need it, maybe you don't need to take it, but 200 milligrams is good, especially if it's your first time taking testosterone cypionate. You're going to feel great. Your libido is going to go up. Your appetite's going to go up. Your recovery time is going to increase. Believe it or not, you'll get better sleep on testosterone replacement therapy as well. So, and a better sense of well-being. People that are on HRT that are low in testosterone, whether male or female, as soon as they start getting into those optimal areas, you have a better sense of well-being. So, I would never go over that 200 mark if you need that 200 mark. But definitely, have you got blood work done? Have you got blood work done, first of all?
We'll see what he said.
Roxy Daniels on here. We got Zenny JBK. Oaken 2 joined. Yorkville Jeff. Extrazi 1000 joined. Fisher Cash. Got a lot of people shout outs on here. We got Denajo, we got Stuart Bodybuilding, we got Rami, we got Matsaba. Sorry with the names. Samara, Kalubet. I am 36 joined. David Pakia, Lucky Jones, Brian Boyer, Al Zajia, Cowboy, Joe Cat. Yeah, got a lot of people on here. Shoot me the questions now, guys. I love questions. That's like my favorite part of the show is answering your questions. So
then let's talk about.
Yeah, let's talk about the second topic I had. It's not from an article or anything like that. It's just the topic that I had. One of the main things I hear from people about not wanting to try Titan products is because it's an injectable. Some of our things are injectable as opposed to being, a tablet or a capsule or a pill. The main thing I hear is people, for some reason, they think that it's more dangerous just because they're doing an injection, which is the complete opposite. When you're doing an injection, you don't have to obviously you don't have to swallow anything. It doesn't have to go into your esophagus and into your stomach and process and all that stuff. When you have to take a pill, if you take a pill and you have a high-fat diet, or even if you don't have a high-fat diet, if you have a lot of food or something in your system, everyone's body absorbs medications or anything orally, food even, differently orally as opposed to if it's injected. If you inject vitamin C into somebody and they take a vitamin C tablet, you could have 100 individuals. If they take the tablet and they take the injectable, you're going to see within those 100 people, some people are going to absorb that vitamin C a lot better or a lot worse than others in the oral form. In the injectable form, those 100 people are going to absorb that exactly the same because it's not going through their system. It's not being interfered with food, and any type of oils or fats you have gets lodged in there. If you guys are drinking a lot of water, because you got to drink water, you go take a tablet and go drink a bunch of water, you're going to piss out half that tablet. It's not going to have enough time to sit. So some of the stuff that we have here at Titan that's available in capsules, if you can, take it before you go to bed. That way, if you take it before you go to bed, you're not going to have to worry about losing any if you use the bathroom. You're not going to have to worry about sweating anything out. You're not going to have to worry about putting more food into your body throughout the night where it's going to interfere with the absorption. And again, if you can go the injectable route, much safer. You're not going to have heartburn. You're going to absorb it the same way. You're not going to have to deal with fillers. A lot of tablets, the tablet will be this big, and 85% or even 90 to even 95% is a filler. The reason why they use a filler is just to make it big enough so you could pick it up. Because that tablet is not all, even if it's a capsule, that capsule is not filled with whatever is on the bottle. It's filled with just enough, and then the rest is just a filler. So if you have 90% fillers going in your body every day, those are fillers. Those aren't even like food or anything that's nutrient. It's just basically just something to fill it up, to make it big enough to put into a capsule or make it big enough for you to pick it up. Now, on top of that, not just fillers, now you have, depending on what it is, you may have certain chemicals and glues that are used to hold it together. So now you have the active ingredient, you have the filler, and then now you have bonding, some type of bonding, whatever it is, to hold it together. Take out that bonding, take out the fillers, all you need is the actual ingredient. That's another reason why injectables are a lot safer. Most of our injectables are constituted with backwater, which is, bacteriostatic water. All that is sterile water, just literally sterile water that's sterile enough to be used for an injection. So the only thing you're getting added is water, which your body needs anyways. It's good for you. So that's the only thing you're getting water and the ingredient. And the only reason the water is used is so the ingredient can go into the muscle or go into wherever it needs to go, and the water is going to make it so the actual ingredient doesn't crystallize. You're not going to inject dry powder, obviously. So if you guys are skeptical about injectables versus orals, always go the injectable route. One thing too is a lot of times people are so nervous to take that first injection. Oh my God. It's not steroids. It's not, it's not insulin. It's not anything like that. It's vitamins. It's the same vitamins that you would get if you went to the drugstore or if you ordered them online. It's the same vitamins, but they're only in injectable form. Once you get past that first injection, you realize, it's not that bad. Now it's just like you're thinking back, man, I should have done this a long time ago. So I see people the first, oh my God, even people in the office, oh my God, I can't. And then as soon as they do it wait, that's it. And guys, the reason why I'm speaking more specifically to guys, because a lot of guys taking testosterone, just like someone mentioned. If you're taking testosterone, chances are you're taking it with a 1-inch needle or 1.5-inch needle. And the needle size or gauge, the gauge is going to be, on a needle, the higher number, the smaller the needle. So if you have a 25 gauge, it's going to be real thin. If you have a 20 gauge, it's going to be thicker. Most people are used to injecting testosterone with a 22 to 23 gauge needle. So when we say you need to take injectable therapies, they're thinking of that needle that they use when they take testosterone. Where they're like, wait, I don't want to use that big horse needle every day. No, the needles that we have here, I don't have any with me here. They're very, very small. It's this small, and the tip of it is a 1/2 inch, and it's a 30 gauge, which means it's very, very thin. And our therapies are water-based. So you're putting basically a couple drops into the muscle, into wherever it has to go, and it's water-based. So as soon as you put it in there and move it, it works in. Hercules Potion, it works in right away. Now, if you were to take testosterone and put testosterone into your bicep, oil-based, with that huge needle, that would hurt. Not only that, the oil is gonna sit in there. It's not gonna move properly. It's not meant to go into the bicep. So take that in mind too. Don't compare your HRT or whatever type of injections you're doing with those big, thick, oil-based ingredient stuff. compared to a 30 gauge needle. It's a small prick. It barely ever bleeds. It goes right into the muscle. You don't have any type of pain afterwards. You don't have to massage it in like you do if you're putting a whole bunch of oil. And again, it's a lot safer. It's not going to have to. Your kidneys, less stress on your kidneys, less stress on your liver, less stress on your your system, your digestive tract, less stress all the way around. And again, when you're doing such a small injection with a 30 gauge needle, you don't have to worry about scar tissue, because I know a lot of guys are like, wait, scar tissue? If I'm injecting this much, I'm going to have scar tissue. You're going to have scar tissue if you're injecting 22 gauge 1.5-inch needles with oil-based testosterone every day. That will give you scar tissue. I do Titan Complete, which is like a multivitamin type thing that we just spoke about here at Titan, similar to Tighten Up. I have done that every day since I got my first bottle of Titan, and I have never had any type of scar tissue. I've put it in my biceps. I've done it in my quads, my calves. Never have I had scar tissue. Never have I had pain or anything like that. If my ankles are swollen, it's because I ate a whole bunch of Chinese food because it's high in sodium. It's not because of eating injections. So just find an area that's meaty enough where you can put it in there. It's comfortable for you. Work it in. You're good to go. But then last time, guys, injectables over orals. If you guys have any questions about this is like, I love talking about when it comes to injectable versus orals. I love to bring people over to the good side, as opposed to that. So shoot me questions now. Shoot me questions on Instagram. The Tom Bolt said his supplements arrived today. Hell yeah. What'd you get? What'd you get? Dan said, looking like a unit. I appreciate you.
And we got YG in the house.
YG Lee's always in this. Shout out to YG Lee. He said, we went and got a labs. My testosterone came back at 703. My free came back at 11.7. Can I still get a prescription of enclomiphene? Once again, I'm not a medical provider or a doctor, but if your testosterone came back at 703, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I'll find out, man.
Yeah, just call 727-389-3220 and let them know. Everyone's different. My levels, I believe, last time I checked, were like 9, which is where they should be. Everyone's different. What you have to look at, everyone's different, but if your levels are in the 2 or 300s or 400s, that's when they're low. So I mean, again, someone could have a 703, just regular, standard. If someone comes in here and has a testosterone done, they're at like 1,000. Again, I'm not a doctor, but I'm assuming that's too high, or you're already good. So at Titan, we're not trying to turn you into Superman. We're not trying to turn you into a testosterone overly taken testosterone. All we're trying to do is get you to the optimal level, which is about 800 to 900, around there for men. So if you're way over that, chances are you're not going to get any more of it, because you're clearly either have a high testosterone level on your own, or you're taking more than you should be on your own. So 703 is actually good, though. That's good.
Not bad at all. All right. We got some
Fisher Cash said, hi, new to peptides, sprained my wrist a couple weeks ago, and I've been using BPC 157 capsules from a different company to speed up the healing. What other peps can help with inflammation that aren't SARMs? Thank you. First thing I would do, just like what I said before, when you're taking BPC 157, I wouldn't take that in the capsule form. I'm not sure. You said a different company. I'm hoping it's from an actual pharmacy or medical clinic, and not just a random website that's giving you a great deal. Again, capsules, I would always. What are you using the BPC for? You said you're using it for a sprained wrist. That's even more reason why you wouldn't want to use capsules. With BPC 157, you want to put the injection closest to the area that you're trying to treat. So if you have a sprained wrist, again, this isn't an intramuscular injection, but if you have a sprained wrist, you could put it squeeze a little fat piece here or somewhere around where you can get it in there sub-Q, closest to the area. Now, again, if you're taking a capsule, it's not anywhere close to the area, and it's basically healing your whole body when all you need is that wrist. And then again, if you take a capsule, have a high-fat diet or too much water in your system, you're going to be excreting it out. So you're literally going to be, for lack of a better term, you're going to be pissing out your money because it's an oral. So I'd recommend go to injectable first with the BPC. Other things you could take TB500. there's a lot of things you could do. You could actually switch up your diet. Not sure what your diet's like. There's other stuff that we have that can help. BPC 157, TB 500, CJC. I would actually take any of those. But the first thing I would do is ditch the capsules, and take something injectable, because that way you could actually put it close to the, like, in other words, if I have elbow pain and I'm taking BPC 157 or TB 500, I'm not going to inject into my glute like I do testosterone because my elbow hurts. I'm going to literally take a small, tiny little needle. I'm going to find a little piece of skin and put it right there. So that way it starts working right there. So that's what you want to do. HRT Titan Complete Glutathione. Sounds good. Sounds like what's in my fridge right now. Well, the glutathiones is. Titan Complete's in the cabinet. But yeah.
HRT, he's actually on the regimen. It's the best that you can get right there.
Yeah, HRT. Oh, yeah, HRT Titan Complete and glutathione. That's good. You guys aren't familiar with glutathione. It's like a super antioxidant. If you guys are getting sick, you want to avoid being sick, it's great. If anybody's taking orals, like I said, which aren't good, depending on if they're over the counter, under the counter, whatever they are, if you're taking a high amount of orals, glutathione's great as well. But yeah, glutathione's good. You have to keep it in the fridge. And again, if you guys, glutathione's great. Big Dru said glutathione. Let me go check it out online. And then you're going to see a whole bunch of shopping. They have capsules at Walmart. And real glutathione is good. Do you guys have a clinic somewhat close to Fort Myers or Naples? Strength Vision. Shout out Strength Visions. We don't have a clinic close to Fort Myers or Naples. We're here in Tampa, Florida. But you can call 727-389-3220. We can take care of pretty much everything over the phone. We'll have a direct call with the medical provider and you via Skype or FaceTime. But yeah, we can do everything over the phone. And then once, if it is something that you decide to do with Titan, you could just... if you have blood work, we could use your blood work, or we could refer you someplace, or you could actually come in, but you don't have to. But once your blood work comes back, the medical providers will call you. They'll go over your blood work, tell you, let you know what you need, what you don't need, what they recommend, and then take it from there. If it's something you decide to do from there, all you do is just, you keep in contact. Next thing you know, they're going to be shipping it from a U.S. pharmacy near you. So it's going to come straight to your doorstep from a U.S. licensed pharmacy with your name on it. If that's what they prescribed you, it's going to come right to you. So you don't have to physically make the trip. Well, Fort Myers like 3 hours or something. You don't have to physically make the trip all the way up here. If you want to, come on up, check out the office, get your blood work done. But if not, just give us a call. We'll take care of everything over the phone. So these don't have to reach out. Yeah, we got Nazal 9503 just joined. Jagger DJ 11 just joined. What else we got? Anybody else? Howie Strictly Kills. Any other questions, guys? Any other questions? That's pretty much it for now. Shout out to Deb's. Shout out to Deb's Stars just joined. I haven't seen her on here before.
You want to talk about events?
Yes, events we got coming up. First one is the Tampa Pro. I've seen a lot of people prepping for it at some of the local gyms I go to. Everybody's getting ready for the show. Tampa Pro, that's going to be August 3rd through the 5th. That's at the Grand Hyatt here in Tampa, Florida. Shout out to Tim Gardner. Tim Gardner is the man. We always like to do shows with Tim Gardner. He's one of the best promoters I know. Puts on some of the best shows, if not the best, that I've been to. But yeah, that's August 3rd through the 5th. It's a pro show. It's known as the Tampa Pro, but it also has the MPC Tampa Extravaganza. So if you guys are MPC looking to go pro or looking just to compete and have a good time, you could be amateur or pro for this event. It's a couple-day show. It's a 2-day show, or 3-day show, I should say. But it's here in Tampa, Florida. Tim Gardner is a great guy, and I'm looking forward to doing this show. I'm not doing the show, but being at this show. We also may have a special guest at the booth, so if you guys keep hearing me talk about it, you might want to come by. We might have a special guest. But one thing I do know for sure, we are the title sponsor for the Tampa Pro this year. So a lot of other shows, a lot of other places you guys have seen Titan, we're everywhere. And we have been sponsored at certain shows, but this year we are the title sponsor. So it's basically Titan Medical Center presents the Tampa Pro. So very excited about that. Shout out to Tim Gardner for making that deal, making that happen. Very excited about that. Yeah, and also too, we're going to be giving out free B12 shots, maybe some other free shots as well. So stop by the booth, see me. Fill out. If you do decide to get B12, it's like literally you can fill out the paperwork, just a waiver real quick. Sit down. I don't give out shots or testosterone shots or none of that. The girls don't that are working the booth. They don't give out the shots. We bring in people, the same girls, the women that are in the office, medical providers, nurses. They're the ones that's going to be there giving out injections. So don't ask me, oh, can you do it? Don't ask one of the girls at the booth that are working the booth, can they do it? You'll clearly see that there's a medical provider there doing it. But if you guys are interested, I keep talking about orals versus injectables. If you guys are, I don't know. Now's the time. Come to the Tampa Pro, do a little waiver. Takes like 2 seconds, name, number, whatever. Just security type thing. As soon as you're done with that, sit down. You're going to get an injection. Like, that's it. That might be what it takes for you to switch over to your injectables. Yeah. Tampa Pro, August 3rd to the 5th. More questions. Let's see. What do you think of Larry Wills doing classic men's physique? I think it's a good thing. I think, why not? He's done everything else. He doesn't need the money. He doesn't need the exposure, so he's basically just doing it for fun. I was actually thinking about doing classic as well. I don't know if I could come down that much in weight, but I think it's good. Is he going to be competitive? Is he going to be Mr. Olympia and all that? I don't think so. But then again, you never know with Larry. Larry proves people wrong constantly. He's torn his bicep, so that might have a little bit of. It might look a little imbalanced in certain poses. But yeah, I think Larry's going to do good. I'm not sure if he's going to be competitive at the top pro level, but I think he could definitely get his pro card. I think he could definitely win some NPC shows for sure. Do you need blood work for the Hercules potion? No, you don't. That's one thing that's very good. Certain things, anything hormone related, you do need blood work. Others, obviously HRT need blood work, other things like that. But with Hercules Potion, which is my favorite go-to before the gym, for the pump, for the energy, for the stamina, for all that stuff, you don't need blood work. All you have to do is fill out the new patient paperwork. You can click on any of my bios and my social media, and it's in there. Or you could just, go to the website. Once you fill out the new patient paperwork, then call in, say, hey, what's up? I just filled out the new patient paperwork. I'm interested in Hercules Potion, and then we could just start from there. And if you say my name too, you're going to get a little discount. So give me a shout out, and I'll help you guys out. Let me see. Language. Do you know the Arabic language? Do you know the Arabic foreigner? Send me a message, please. Sorry, I don't know any Arabic languages. I wish I did. I need to learn some more languages, but yeah, I don't know any. If I would, I would translate for you. Would the enclomiphene raise my free to a good range for I could feel the benefits of testosterone? Yeah. It will definitely make you feel. If someone doesn't take anything at all and they start with taking enclomiphene, it'll bring their testosterone up. I'm a huge fan of enclomiphene, even more than HCG. HCG was like the thing that we used before enclomiphene, but now that enclomiphene comes out, it's a lot easier to take. Doesn't have to be constituted, and again, it's not going to make your estrogen skyrocket like HCG does. So yeah, enclomiphene will definitely range your free test. Thoughts on L-carnitine injectable oil? Good question by Liz Cordero Fit. Obviously, injectable is always the best way to go, especially with carnitine. A lot of carnitine has a lot of additives, and what I mean by that, not so much additives like fillers, because they even have liquid carnitine at certain supplement stores, like cherry or strawberry flavored. Even that has a lot of added stuff in there. You have flavoring in there, you have dyes in there to make it, you have sugar in there, you have all that extra stuff in there. And again, it's going to be oral, so you might be able to lose a little bit if you use the bathroom or sweat it out, and it might not absorb properly. Injectable is the best way to go. Always the best way to go. Some medications and some vitamins aren't available in injectable. Some things can't, your body just won't take it as injectable. Those is one thing. But if you have the option to go injectable versus oral, always go injectable. Chances are it's going to be safer, and it's also going to be cheaper too if you look at the milligrams to micrograms depending on what it is.
I think that's it.
One more. I do not understand you because I'm an Arab. I apologize. Well, shout out to Nizel9Field05. First of all, let's give this person a special shout because they're saying that they're asking me if I speak Arabic, which I don't, so I can translate. They've literally been watching this show the whole time, and they don't even understand what I'm saying. So shout out to them. Shout out to wherever you're at. Shout out to all my Arabs out there. Like that's big. That's big. That's big. That's support right there. I don't know if I would watch another channel and not know what they're talking about and just sit there and watch it. So
you want to hear what it sounds like saying hello in Arabic?
Yeah. Let's see it. Let's hear it.
مرحبا.
Let's do one more time.
Maharban. Maharban.
Say it one more time. Let me see.
Maharban.
Marhaban. 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 Tell me if I'm pronouncing it right. I'm trying to say hello in Arabic. Shout out to my Arabs out there, but I wish I could translate. That's a good one. My man, Big Dru, the realist. I appreciate you, YG. I appreciate you. Liz Cordero said, great. Thank you. I appreciate you, Liz. If you guys want any more questions, if you guys are following me, shoot me IMs or DMs. I'll answer there as well when I can get to them. Shout out to Lewis. Shout out to Reggie Soul just joined. Yes, I love the questions. That's pretty much it for today, guys. I'm not sure if anybody else is on here. If you guys, I'll be on here for a couple more minutes. Let's go back into these events. Next event we have is, that's the Hurricane Pro. That's going to be October 21st. It should be in St. Pete. The location is to be determined. I'm excited about that, too. I'm excited about local shows. And, again, it's a Tim Gardner show. So every Tim Gardner show is obviously going to be a good show. It's going to be set up well. It's going to be run well. And a lot of good competitors come to his show. So, again, this is a national qualifier. If you guys are looking to get your pro card, if you're looking to get exposed, this is a good show to go to. One good thing about the Tampa Pro, to go back to the Tampa Pro, is if you guys want to see what you look like next to the pros, Tampa Pro is a show to go to, because you can show up and be like, do I really have what it takes, this and that? But that's the Tampa Pro, and this is Hurricane Pro. Both Tim Gardner events, both Titan-sponsored events, so excited about that. After that, we're going to be out to Orlando. Busy weekend in Orlando. We got the Olympia. That's going to be November 2nd to the 5th. It's back in Orlando this year, and once again, this year it's scheduled to be in Orlando, so it's not going to be a last-minute thing. It's not going to have a small expo like it did last time. It's going to be huge. The venue is going to be I think it's going to be at the Orange County Convention Center again. If you guys aren't familiar with Orlando, comparing Orlando to Vegas is completely different. Orlando is a lot less stressful. A lot less stressful in and out to Uber, a lot less stressful going to restaurants. It's cheaper. The only thing is the hotel doesn't have, the casino and the food and all that. But it's going to be a great time. That's going to be November 2nd through the 5th. And then we're going to stay right there in Orlando, and we're going to shoot over to the Ritz-Carlton on that Sunday for the Festivals of Speed. So we'll be in Orlando that whole weekend. We got the Olympia and Festivals of Speed. If you guys aren't familiar with Festivals of Speed, basically a whole bunch, about 1,000 different supercars, high-end cars, Lambos, McLarens, Bugattis, Hellcats, just a lot of luxury, nice cars. It's at the Ritz-Carlton. It's in the backside. They have an outdoor area. They have like a pool and a lake. It's real nice. There's food out there, everything. So it's a family event. Bring the kids. Check out the cars. We'll crank up the Lambo. We'll crank up the Hellcat. Let you guys hear them too. So if you guys want to hear the sounds and this and that, now's the time to cut. And there's a new fleet. My boy John just pulled something else out in the fleet. So I'll let you guys, I'm not even going to say what it is, but bigger and better every year, Titan with our products, and bigger and better every day with the cars. So the new fleet will be there. One more added to the fleet. What's better to lose weight? Prometheus, a fat burner product. Oh, Kimbo Slice. Shout out to Ro Holden. Everybody calls me Kimbo, man. I love it. I used to love watching Kimbo, so especially since I grew out the scruffy beard, everybody called me Kimbo. Okay, what's better to lose weight, Prometheus or fat burner? I would probably say a fat burner. Prometheus works good. It can be used for fat burning, but if you're looking strictly for fat burn, I would first say semaglutide, which we call Aries here. Second, I would say AOD 9604. Which can be used in an injectable or capsule. I recommend injectable, but that can be a capsule too. And the third one I would recommend here at Titan would probably be ECA Stack Plus. With the ephedrine, caffeine, and aspirin, that really gets the fat burning going into effect. So again, number one, semaglutide. As of right now, we have new stuff coming out, so it's going to be even more crazy. But as of right now, for fat loss, 1, semaglutide, 2, AOD 9604, and 3, ECA Stack Plus. Combine that with a diet and training, you're good to go. I didn't know Kimbo Slice was still alive yet. Where's John been lately? John's taking care of business, so John's son's Mr. Baseball. His son's killing it in baseball. So shout out to Peter, killing it in baseball. He's doing real good in baseball. So yeah, thank you, Alcanio. Oh, nice. Did I pronounce it right, or did I sound? I always feel weird like saying another language because I feel like I'm trying to have an accent and making it worse. So I don't know. I'm excited to go to Olympia. It's going to be a lot better than Vegas. Yes, stop by the booth, Strength Vision. Stop by, hook you up with some hoodie or whatever.
I mean, you can't beat Vegas, you know.
Yeah.
It's more convenient for us for sure here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's, we're spoiled over here. We don't want to go anywhere, so we only have an hour drive now. Said, hey, Drew, can I expect to gain weight while on test? Once again, I wouldn't recommend taking tests unless you got your blood work done and unless it's prescribed through a medical provider or a doctor. But you can expect to gain a little bit of weight. It just depends to you what you want that weight to be. Now, if you eat like crap and sit around all day, you may gain fat. If you combine it with a good diet, and working out and getting your rest, then you're going to gain quality muscle. If you do it the right way, you're going to gain muscle and not gain fat or water. So don't just expect that, I'm just going to put something into my body and not have to work for it. So yes, you will gain a little bit of weight depending on, but again, the weight shouldn't fluctuate the scale too much. It should fluctuate the mirror. I'll come by support. Nice. Polexer Opposites just joined.
That's a good one.
What does it say?
New fat boy.
New fat boy just joined. I like that.
Yum yum, get you some.
Yum. These are some good names. Yeah, we should have a and guys, don't make it up just for the contest, but I should have a contest where I pick the best name or handle that people have, IG name or profile name, to get like a free shirt, because some of these names are crazy. But then again, if I have that contest, shout out to Amanda Nooks just joined too. If I make that available, don't all of a sudden open up an account and put stupid name, because I'll be able to tell. Right. I will tell what you're getting into.
So that's it for now.
That's pretty much it for now. I went over the events. I went over the different packages we have. If you guys are looking to lose weight, make sure you check out those Titan Summer packages. We have 3 different packages, 3 different prices. And again, the events are coming up soon. If we have any more events that we're going to be adding, I'll sure to let you guys know. Stuff comes up all the time. So, one more question. Strength Visions just said, if you could scroll back up, he said, okay, cool. I appreciate the knowledge, Drew. I've been on a 300-calorie diet, mostly rice, fish, chicken, beef, and eggs. Then he corrected it, saying 3,000. That's actually a perfect diet right there. Just make sure if you get your beef, it's grass-fed beef. Make sure you're getting quality beef. A lot of times people think quality beef is just the percentage. Like, I got the 92% lean. It's quality. Nah, that stuff's filled with all kinds of stuff. But it's good. Fish is good. Salmon's good. But yeah, your diet looks good. Just you might want to eat more if you want to gain more. Especially at that age. If you're lean, you need to really be pounding the food. Really be in the water too as well.
I think that's it.
That's pretty much it. One more shout out to Ruben, Arumo, Hyper Snap, and that's pretty much it for the show. We'll be right back next week, guys. Every Friday at 2 p.m. This is Titan Lifestyle. I pretty much do the same thing every week. I talk to you guys, get Q&A. I give you guys the Titan events coming up. I talk about the therapy of the week or the specials we have. And again, I'll be right back next. Make sure you guys hit the bell on YouTube so you're notified of videos like this. You could also check us out on Instagram's Facebook, so you can watch this live. Check me on Instagram, TikTok. We're everywhere. Podcast as well. I'll see you guys next.